Alright, so we are going to show you how to remove the interior boot plastic cover. So there are certain ways we need to follow to remove this entire plastic trim. First, we got to pry out the cover, which gives access to change the bulbs of our light left and right. After prying out the cover, we are going to remove now the black plastic cover has seen. So gently use your hands, get a good grip and give it a good pull. It's just secured by means of plastic clips. Then we're going to remove the left and right plastic covers. However, please bear in mind that we cannot pull it out just like that because it is secured by screws. So using a screwdriver of a flower type screwdriver, gently remove the screws which is shown in the clip. So we got 2 screws on the left and 2 screws on the right. Bear in mind there's another screw hidden inside the light compartment. So gently use your screwdriver and remove them. Upon removing them, get a good grip of the plastic cover and pull it towards you. Now we have removed the plastic cover. We are going to remove the balanced plastic trims of the rear boot compartment. First, as you can see, gently pull down the plastic cover and you have now balanced the left and right plastic trims. We cannot simply just open it because it is secured by means of a screw as shown. So gently remove the screw by means of a Phillips screwdriver and get your hands in a good position and pull the plastic compartment downwards. Upon removing the plastic trim, now the video shows you the number of screws which you need to pay attention, which could be possibly loose, which could cause the rattling sound. So in total you will have 16 nuts to investigate to see if they are loose or likewise. So gently use your pry and remove this black cover. Right, it is just a clip-on cover so that the nut will be exposed. So upon removing the black rubber, you can see the nut is inside. It is of size 10 mm. So regarding the spoiler, we can see from the video that there are specific nuts which holds the spoiler. So we got 2 on the right and then 3 below and 2 on the left. So that makes it 7 nuts in total. If you plan to remove the spoiler, there is a rubber seal. Gently use your pen knife and put it in to cut the rubber seal off, and your spoiler will be loose and can remove freely upon releasing all the nuts. So looking at the nut now taken out from the spoiler, you can see the surface of the base of the nut is smooth, whereas the new nut which is a stainless steel nut, flange type nut. You can see the surface, there is a type of flower, or is some sort like a groove, which cause or produce some sort of locking mechanism when the nut is being used. So in this case, we are going to replace all of the nuts with the new stainless steel nut. The current video shows a vibration test performed on various type of M8 stainless steel nuts using different type of washer. Okay, first we are going to use a test on a plain washer, so it's subjected to a vibration test. Upon the test, we look the preload decay curve for the plain nut, where the bolt tension decreases until it reaches 0 at about 200 cycles. Second, the test was conducted on a helical spring washer, whereby the nut was completely loose at the end of the vibration test, such that the decay curve for the helical spring washer was about 300 number of cycles at 0 bolt tension. Following to that, the nut was secured using a toothed lock washer, and the nut still became loose at the end of the vibration test, such that the pre-decay or the preload decay curve of the test was recorded at 300 cycles at 0 bolt tension. Last but not least, the test was conducted using a flange type of a nut, and throughout the test it was noted there was no sign of the nut becoming loose. The preload decay curve for the flange self-locking nut was at 100 Hertz at about 7 kilonewton of bolt tension. So this shows that using a flange type of nut in application where we do not want the nut to become loose with respect to time, it is highly recommended to switch to a flange type nut. Okay, so this test shows the outcome, which was carried by the both sides. So now we are going to use a thread locker of medium strength, which is of blue color solution. So gently shake it before using. Upon that, roughly apply 1 or 2 drops at the thread insert, and then firmly use a T-socket of size 10 mm and carefully screw it back to the spoiler's screw location. Repeat this for all the nuts which holds the spoiler in place. So in total we have 7 nuts. Next, we will show you on how to remove the nuts which secures the rear boot locking mechanism. So we have 3 nuts in total. So these nuts are size 10. Based on our observation, the nuts removed from the rear boot locking mechanism is originally already a flange type nut, right? So we just use a thread locker to secure back the nuts to the bolt of its original location. So the video shows you the placing of the nuts back to its original location. So you may use a T-socket of size 10 and gently tighten up the nuts. Upon doing so, now we move on to the nut securing the rear lights. So there are 3 in total for the light on your right and 3 for the left. So gently remove them, and it's to the similar findings that these nuts are also originally a flange type. So you can just simply remove them and add the thread locker. Upon adding the thread locker, gently tighten them back to their original location. Upon tightening up the nuts, you may start to install back the plastic trims of the rear boot in the same manner on how you have opened them previously.